What's up guys, my name is Matthew and today I'm going to begin a reading vlog for two of my most anticipated books of the year, Book Lovers by Emily Henry and I Kissed Shara Wheeler by Casey McQuiston. I feel like it's been a while since I've done a reading vlog, so I thought that I would do one for two of my most anticipated books. For Emily Henry, I have read People We Meet on Vacation and Beach Read, and these were both easy 5 stars for me. There's something about an Emily Henry book that just gets me in my feels, so I'm super pumped to start her latest book. People have had great things to say about this book. It has high reviews, so I'm hoping it lives up to the hype. As for Casey McQuiston, I have read Red, White, and Royal Blue, which is my all-time favorite male-male romance of all time. And I have not read One Last Stop because I just haven't gotten to it and people aren't really making me want to read it because it doesn't have great reviews. But that being said, I am very excited to read their latest book, I Kissed Shara Wheeler. This is a young adult, which makes me a little bit nervous, but reading the description, I think it's gonna be good. So I'm gonna put timestamps down below for when I'm talking about the actual books and then timestamps for when I'm just like doing vloggy things about my life. Just so if you're here and you don't really care about my life, I understand my feelings aren't hurt, you can just click to where I'm talking about the book. I have not decided if I'm going to talk about spoilers or do a spoiler part of the books. I mean, for the romance book, I think we can all kind of guess how this is gonna end, so I can't imagine me talking about spoilers for that. This book seems a little bit more on the thriller side or a mystery element, so maybe I wanna talk about spoilers. If I do talk about spoilers, I will have timestamps down below and I will put like spoiler above me talking so that you aren't spoiled. But yeah, I haven't decided if I'm going to talk about spoilers. What are these books about? Book Lovers is about a girl named Nora who is a cutthroat literary agent, and she, takes no prisoners. She's always out there getting her clients, the best deals or whatever a literary agent does. And she has a soft spot for her sister Libby, and Libby convinces her to go to this little town in North Carolina where she's supposed to summer for a vacation.
So where does everyone summer?
And she runs into this guy named Charlie, who is from Nora's past, but they haven't really had, good interactions. From what the description says is that they don't really like each other that much. So I'm assuming this is gonna be an enemies to lovers. It says, one summer, 2 rivals, a plot twist they didn't see coming. A plot twist in a romance? I'll believe it when I see it. So I'm gonna read this one first. I am so excited about this. I have tried to get into romance this year and there's just no books that are really doing it for me. And like I said, she has blown me away with her first 2 books. So I'm super excited to start this one. Casey McQuiston's latest book, I Kissed Shara Wheeler, is a young adult book. And it's about a girl named Chloe who's super close to being valedictorian at this Alabama school. She got moved all the way to Alabama from California and she's kind of bitter about that. And her only competition is a girl named Shara Wheeler. And Shara Wheeler kisses Chloe the day before she goes missing. And it turns out Shara Wheeler also kissed a few other people in their class. So the people that she kissed are kind of getting together to kind of figure out the mystery of why did she disappear, where did she go? And yeah, that's about all I know about this book. I'm excited to read this. I like that we're gonna have at least some sort of like bisexual representation from what I've gathered so far. But I'm going to jump in, starting with Book Lovers. I will report back when I read a little bit of it and let you know what I think.
Yeah. Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. Start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. We had a good run, don't say we didn't. I was your first love.
Alright, first check-in. I am about 120 pages in. I just got to chapter 10 and I'm enjoying it. It's taken me a little bit longer to get into than I think her last 2 books. But that's partly because you really don't get the boy and the girl hanging out until page like 70. So the first part of the book, you're really just getting to know Nora. So Nora is described as like this workaholic ice queen who doesn't have a lot of feelings, and she barks orders from her Peloton.
Wait, is this a fucking play about us?
But I'm really enjoying it. In the Hallmark movie, there's a guy or a girl who goes out to a location, whether it be like a Christmas tree farm or a bakery, and he falls in love and he dumps the city girl or the city boy. Nora is the city girl that constantly gets dumped. She's been dumped 4 times by a similar situation where a guy goes out and meets like a loving, town girl, and she's the big, awful, cold city girl. The book is funny. Like, I'm literally sitting here laughing and giggling. I'm finally gotten to the parts where Nora and Charlie are hanging out, and their banter is, like, it's cute. It's there. It took a while, but we're finally there. As for whether this is a hate to love, they met initially in like the first 10 pages of the book, like 2 years previously. Yeah, it wasn't a good meeting, but they're really not enemies. Like, once they hang out again 2 years later, it's pretty much like they're flirty and, the typical boy meets girl. So I wouldn't call this a enemies to lovers. It's more like I was kind of indifferent towards you, and now I'm kind of like sexually attracted to you. But I'm enjoying it. I am. I guess I'm a third of the way through. I will check back in when I get a little further. All right, today is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, or late Mother's Day to all the mummies. My mom has COVID because apparently that bitch is back again. But I got my mom this little, like, Peloton top because I converted her into being a Peloton. I got her into the cult. If you're interested in joining Peloton and you needed a sign, this is your sign because we love it. But yes, happy Mother's Day. I'm gonna go drop this off because I am really not in the mood to get COVID. I'm gonna put it on the porch and then maybe work some and then read some. Who knows? Oh, here comes Boyle. This looks a little Christmassy, but we're just gonna have to make it work. All right, I'm doing a really shit job of vlogging. I keep forgetting that I'm supposed to be recording my thoughts on these and not like getting clips for the video. So this video is probably gonna suck. But that being said, I did finish Book Lovers by Emily Henry. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I was pretty disappointed. I thought it was mediocre. I ended up giving it 3 stars. It just didn't give me the feels that these 2 books gave me. Like, it's the same Emily Henry writing, but at no point in the book did I feel like giddy or was I really rooting for the characters. It started off kind of making fun of the Hallmark tropey like plots, and then I felt like it kind of turned into a Hallmark movie. I will say I'm glad with how it ended. I'm glad that she stayed true to herself, and there was a twist. It wasn't a twist, it's a romance book, but there's something you don't see coming, and how the protagonist emotionally handled it. I didn't buy. I thought she was being really dramatic, but maybe, that's just how she was. But she seems like someone who doesn't have a lot of emotions, and I felt like she was throwing a hissy fit, and I was just like, I don't get it. This doesn't seem very on brand with who you are. But I think if you did like the other 2 Emily Henry books, and you like her style of writing, you will enjoy it. I think I just looked on Goodreads, and it has a 4.55 and 25,000 reviews. So I'm in the minority. Most people are liking it. It has that banter that Emily Henry is known for writing, where the 2 characters are going back and forth and trying to outwit each other. And at first, I was loving it. I was here for it. It got kind of exhausting. I was like, okay, you 2 are just trying to like outsmart each other and try to be witty, and it got repetitive. Yeah, I didn't buy their love. I wanted to because they're both like workaholics, very cold, and they meet each other. There's some fun little curveballs thrown in that I didn't see coming, but I'm gonna be honest, if this was an Emily Henry book, I would have considered even DNFing it because I just did not care. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not in a romance mood. I don't know. Maybe I need to pick this up when I'm more in a romance book mood. Also, I'm so pissed off because Book of the Month did not do this Book Lovers. So Book Lovers is like an inch shorter than the other 2 books. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but it is. And that pisses me off because I want all my books to be the same. That's why I spent extra money for the hardcover because I want all my books to be the same, and they didn't even get the right sizing. So now you know that I'm crazy. So yes, Book Lovers, 3 stars. I personally thought it was mediocre. It had some of the Emily Henry things that I liked, but all in all, I was disappointed. Don't hate me. So I have started Casey McQuiston's I Kissed Shara Wheeler, and I was really nervous going into this because I thought, okay, I'm going from a kind of a reading slump romance to a young adult. This is a bad idea. I am gonna be in such a reading slump. I am a third of the way through and I'm actually enjoying it. It is very young adult. It's very cliche, high schooly, but it kind of makes fun of like that Southern religious fundamentalism. I feel like Casey McQuiston always has some sort of top, discussion on religion and how it had affected them, like growing up and stuff like that. So that's very prevalent in the book. It's also pretty funny. I'm laughing, the ring light's out, so Gordo's gonna try to knock it over. And I'm enjoying it. So Shara Wheeler is missing, but it's not like missing like Gone Girl where the police are involved and it's like this big scandal. Her parents don't really seem that concerned. I think they even say that she's like taking care of her aunt or something. So it's not that kind of missing where she, it's not like a kidnapping, real missing. It's very campy. Is that the right word? I don't know if that's the right word. I don't know what campy means, but I know it when I see it. Let me tell you about the characters. We got this girl named Chloe, who is bisexual, and she's the girl that moved from California to Alabama, and she's, super smart, gonna be valedictorian. Her only competition is Shara Wheeler. And we have this guy named Rory, who is kind of this dark, brooding, he is Shara Wheeler's neighbor. And then we have Smith, who is Shara Wheeler's boyfriend. And all three of them get a note from Shara, I don't know how to say it, with a clue, and they're working together to try to figure out, like, where is she? Why did she pick them? And it's light, it's not too serious, and I'm shocked that I'm enjoying it. I thought I would be bored to tears. I might be jinxing myself, but I feel like I'm flying through this and I'm reading it really fast. So hopefully I can finish this soon. Again, I apologize, this vlog is not very good, but I'm doing the best I can. I am going to see the new Marvel movie, the Doctor Strange and WandaVision movie. Y'all, keeping up with Marvel is a full-time career. This week I've also watched Loki, and I've watched YouTube videos to kind of refresh myself. I've seen every single Marvel movie. When I was studying for the bar exam in 2019, I would study for the bar all day, then I would watch one of the Marvel movies because this is like when Endgame was coming out. So I watched 30 Marvel movies in like 30 days and then went and saw Endgame. So I'm very much like know what's going on in Marvel, but even now there's like 7 TV shows I need to watch. I've started watching Night something, I don't know, Moon Knight or something. There's Hawkeye. There's another TV show, I forgot the name of it. But yeah, there's a lot to watch if you want to keep up with Marvel. I'm going to see that with some friends. I'm excited about that. I'm going to go to work. I don't think there's going to be too much interesting things to report back. At the end of the week, I am going to a comedy concert, so that should be fun. Comedy concert. I'm going to a comedy show. But yeah, I'm going to jump back into I Guess Trivia.
Feel it in my bones, I can feel it in my veins. Hands in the sky, I can feel the winds of change. You live and you learn, and I hope I've seen enough to make something right and make up for what I've lost. I was down, but things are looking up. I wanna get high on you, caught by surprise by you. Want you to make my heart feel as much as I know it should. I wanna get high on you, caught by surprise by you. Want you to make my heart feel as much as I know it should.
All right, guys, my final check-in. I went and saw Doctor Strange. I really enjoyed it. It felt kind of like a stepping stone movie where it was introducing us to the multiverse, and I'm gonna be honest, a lot of it goes over my head because I can't really wrap my head around the multiverse, but it was still good. And I started Hawkeye, so I'm trying to catch up on all the TV shows for Marvel that I've not watched so far. I went to Baton Rouge and to the Heather McMahon comedy show. This is the second time I've seen her. I saw her in New Orleans right before COVID. She was just as funny as always. If you watch my channel, I think her type of humor you will enjoy, because she's really funny if you haven't seen her. So look her up on Instagram. We went to the show, it was super fun, and then we went out after, and you know, I would be drinking, there's like a live band, and I'm at the bar getting my fourth vodka soda, like the good gay that I am, and there was a woman in front of me, and she was wearing her animal print, and everyone at the bar was wearing animal print because that's kind of the thing. Heather McMahon always wears animal print, so you show up to her shows in animal print. And I'm like standing behind her, it's like, this girl looks just like Heather. And she turns around and it was Heather McMahon like at the bar, and I was like, oh! And she was like, shh. And then she was so sweet, so nice. She took a picture with me and she was just very fun. She was out on the dance floor dancing with everybody. So yeah, it was exciting to get to meet her in person. She's just as lovely as I thought she would be. That was what happened at the comedy show in Baton Rouge, and I had a great time. For the book, I finished I Kissed Shara Wheeler. I liked it. I ended up giving it 4 stars. It gave me all the butterfly giddy feelings that book lovers did not give me. That being said, it is very young adult. I don't think everyone will love it. It's very queer. I mean, they have gay characters, bisexual characters, lesbian characters, non-binary characters. So it covered a lot of different types of people in the LGBTQ community. I loved it. About halfway through, I figured out like what was going on, and I was like, it hit me, and I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. Because it's cute, it's cute. It's a lot of love to hate. It gives me like the high school angsty vibes. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. I definitely recommend it. Was it as good as Red, White, and Royal Blue for me? No, but I still think it was really cute, really well done, funny, witty, and I recommend it. Let me know if you guys enjoy this vlog style of video. I know these tend not to do so well on my channel, but I have more fun making them than just sitting here recommending books. And when I'm watching booktubers, I like to kind of see their lives, so see the person behind the robot that reads all the books. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you've read any of these books, and I will see you guys in another video soon.
Stay